I've been making content for like 24 hours. I had zero idea about the world that was out there. I have just been loosely using social media for, most of my adult life. And I found that there were just a lot of helpful people along my spiritual journey that helped me on social media. And what I began to notice was that a lot of the content that I was seeing, I just felt like there was a gap there. There was some information that I feel like all the people that I was reading in these comments didn't have, and I felt like I could deliver that to them. And so I began replying in the comments to people's suggestions and things like that, or the different things that they were struggling with, just trying to help people. Seeing them reply to a video and then seeing what they said and going, "You missed the point of it, and let me see if I can help," or let me tell you something that's happened with me, or "Hey, thanks for sharing that." And so that's sort of where I began to think, okay, well, if there was just somebody that would say some of these things, maybe this would help someone. And I began to realize that, I have something to say. I have something to offer, something to give out. And here's what I've begun to realize. Everyone, and I've just been posting for like 24 hours. Okay, I started an account 24 hours ago. I've never done this before. I've never considered doing this before. This isn't something I've taken seriously in the past. I just started. And immediately on this new account that I created, I'm flooded in my algorithm with all of this. Here's 15 ways that you can grow your following. Here's 10 ways that you can hack the algorithm. Here's 52 ways. And here's what's so crazy about this space, just right off the jump. Everyone is so obsessed with selling themselves, but no one is really all that concerned about having something valuable to say. And it's amazing to me that we seem to have completely turned into just this culture where our whole obsession is how we can sell ourselves, to somebody who's going to give us affirmation, money, wealth, material wealth, success. I heard a long time ago, and this changed my life, and it really has stayed with me for years. Don't worry about a platform. Concern yourself with having something to say. And when you have something to say, a platform will find you. That's true for everything. That's not just about content creation. For me, that's about any sphere of life. If you just work on yourself and you have something to say, eventually the right people will find you. The right people will surround you, and they will be open to what you have to say because you've done the internal work. There are so many people who have so much to say, but you would not want their internal life. You wouldn't want to live like them. You wouldn't actually want to be them. Their whole mantra is creating a facade that you want to copy. That's all they're selling you on their facade, right? They're like really big and muscular, or maybe there's nothing wrong with being big and muscular, but they've sort of got like this really cleaned up aesthetic, and it's like everything's about aesthetic, everything's about appearance. And what you don't realize is that they're doing that out of an insecurity. They're trying to sell themselves to you. If you don't like what I have to say, that's totally fine. I cannot explain to you. I have watched content creators with like 0 subscribers before and enjoyed everything that I've seen from them. So I've been the person who, like, I might be the only person that likes this, but I'm glad they're putting it out there. I know that there's going to be people who watch this stuff who have that same feeling, who watch my content, who are going to say, it's probably not for most people, but I like this stuff. And if you're just so obsessed with selling yourself to everyone, what ends up happening is you come off so inauthentic, and people can sniff inauthenticity through a screen so fast, and you'll get like a couple of little, some traction here or there. And, you might have a cleaned up Instagram profile with a couple thousand followers, you feel good about yourself. But what's the point? Like, what's the point? That's not going to make you rich. And even if getting rich was the goal, that's certainly not going to accomplish it. And so the question becomes, like, what is everyone doing on these social media platforms? And why is the content becoming so centered in self, so centered in selling ourselves and making ourselves the product? Like, you are becoming, like, your attention is what everybody wants. And for what? I don't really care. If you don't want to watch the video, just go to the next video. It's not that I don't care about you. It's that if you're not here for the message, that's totally fine. But then it seems like with the content creation, everyone is just trying to get you addicted in their own way. Everyone is trying to find what it is that you're looking for so that they can be the one to supply it. It's like drop shipping. It's like drop shipping for content. That is what social media content has turned into. It's like drop shipping. It's like, dude, people are really liking this kitchen appliance. I'm going to start selling it. It's like, do you like kitchen appliances? Do you know anything about kitchen appliances? Or are you just you have people leveraging spirituality and consciousness? And all of this stuff just to like build a platform. And you have people doing this in the American church like crazy, dude. You have people who are in ministry. They go to the church. They stand in the pulpit, all because it's just a platform. It's a place where people are looking at them. And that is insane. Like, that's everywhere. That is everywhere. A lot of people are in ministry, I'm telling you, just because they want to be seen. They want the platform. They like the attention. That's what it's an ego thing. And if you told them that, hey, you're going to serve God for the rest of your life, but no one's ever going to know your name, a lot of them really wouldn't be okay with that. And so I'm not telling you that because I want to judge those people. I'm not telling you that because, you know, we need to like point fingers at those people. I'm telling you that because you need to be aware of all of this stuff that you're consuming. You have to understand a lot of these people aren't trying to help you. They're just trying to sell you on something. They're trying to sell you on something. That's all they're trying to do. You know, you take someone like even on the extreme end like Andrew Tate. Listen, I know the guy has like motivated a lot of people to clean their life up, but at the end of the day, he's trying to sell you on something. He's trying to sell you on his course. He's trying to sell you on following him, on essentially being, you know, one of his little followers and minions and whatever else. I mean, and at every end, you have people who are essentially pushing their own ulterior motives onto you and trying to get you to fill something up for them. They're trying to get money from you. They're trying to get stuff from you. They're trying to get attention from you. Essentially, they're trying to inflate their ego and grow themselves through your attention. And I think everybody just needs to take a really big step back on social media and ask themselves, before I look for a platform, do I have something to say that is actually going to help people? And if you don't feel like, if you are not content and you don't have happiness and joy and the peace of God that surpasses all understanding, then I really don't know why you're giving out like self-help advice. If you're not experiencing that daily, then why are you telling me like the 3 keys to motivation and happiness and success? It's like, you don't look very happy. You seem like you really want me to believe that you have the key to my happiness. That's not a good sell, first of all. And second of all, why are you even trying to sell yourself? You are not a commodity. You are not a thing to be sold. Everyone, like the reason we have so much social anxiety is because everyone goes to these social gatherings and they feel like they are up for sale. They feel like they're trying to convince this other person that they are worth their time. I'm worth you bidding your time on me. Hey, I'm really worthy. I'm really somebody that you should try to spend time on. All of it is down to this attachment that we have in other people, and we need something from them so desperately. And the desperation, it just seeps off of all of us. We're just a world. Social media has created a world of desperate people who all need one another for validation. And all the people who are really centered and the people who are really have the joy and the peace of God in their lives, a lot of them are not on here. And so you have to understand that when people start trying to sell you on things and they're constantly trying to convince you of stuff, dude, at some point you got to look in the mirror and say, you know, am I just like participating in the circus with these people? Like, I mean, what's actually going on here? Is this actually a good use of my time? Because I don't really think it is. So, you know, I wrote some things down. I mean, they say that, okay, well, here's how you need to be successful. Okay, so what does your definition of success have to do with my definition of success? Why do I need to define success by what you're telling me? Well, you need to have money. Why? Well, so that you can get a car, so that you can have influence. Why? Why do I need any of that? It seems to me like if I tracked the happiest people in the history of the world, the people who did the most, people who impacted the most people, a lot of them were not all that wealthy, if they were wealthy at all. I mean, Christians believe that Jesus Christ was God on earth and he was poor. So why is it that we are suddenly reframing success by how much people like us? Jesus had 13 dedicated followers. Every single one of them turned their back on him. Every single one of them, or 12, however many disciples he had. It's just crazy, man. We are living in such a world of inauthenticity, and people can sense it on you. So stop trying to sell yourself. You don't need to sell yourself. You are not for sale, okay? So stop living your life. Stop living your life as if you're for sale, because you're not. You are not for sale. No one is bidding on you. And you give off an energy of insecurity whenever you walk around as if you are for sale, because you feel like your value is determined by what another person is willing to bid on you. In other words, you feel like your value is determined by how emotionally invested another person is willing to be in you, how time invested, how interested another person is in you. Okay, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive do you think I am? On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in me? On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny do you think I am? And when I add up all the points, that's my value number. And we're all walking around with for sale signs on our foreheads, and we're wondering why we feel like life has turned into like one big advertisement. It's because everybody's just trying to get your attention, and you're trying to get their attention, and they're trying to get your attention, and you're trying to get their approval, and they're trying to get your approval. And we've all lost our center. We've all lost it. Our center is just ourselves. You already have everything that you need. You have everything that you need. I have everything that I need. If nobody watches this video, I'm fine. If nobody sees this video, I'm fine. If nothing comes of this, if nobody likes it, that's totally fine. I'm totally detached from that. You can be completely detached from what everyone thinks about you as well. We don't need to have this attachment to one another, because whenever you are attached to another person, what you'll find is it's very hard to love them. It's very hard to love a person that you are overly attached to. When you are attached to a person, you always need something from them. You're never looking out for their interests. You're always watching them. Even when you do look out for their interests, you're doing it from a place of, well, I'm only doing this so that they will understand how much I love them. And in a way, you're really doing it kind of for yourself. So whenever you're truly detached from people, you're like, look, I don't really need anything from you. I'm good. I don't need anything from you. You're able to love people genuinely because you don't need anything from them. You don't need it. So if you don't need anything from them, you can just be yourself. And when you're just yourself, people will be drawn to the authenticity of who you are. The right people will. You may attract. I'm not the kind of person. I don't have the kind of personality where I can attract like 50,000 friends. That's just not who I am. I'm fine with that. I'm not the kind of person who, can walk into a room and make friends with everybody. That's totally fine. So I'm not going to go read how to win friends and influence people and try to like turn my personality into some YouTube personality where I'm like playing mind games to remember people's names. It's like, look, I'm just not that kind of person, and that's okay. I'm not an influencer type personality, and that's okay. You might not be either. That's fine. Why are we all trying? Who created this caricature person that we're all supposed to be like? They got to be perfectly dressed. They got to be really good looking. They got to have the right aesthetic. They got to be cool. They got to have a lot of friends. They got to be doing the right things. They got to go to the right places. Why? Our grandparents didn't have any of this, and they were fine. Why am I? Why are people trying to sell me on this? I don't want to be sold on this. Is anybody buying it? And the people who are buying it don't seem very happy. Hello? The people who are buying it don't seem very happy. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what the freak's going on, but, and I know this is kind of rambly at this point, but ever since I started this account 24 hours ago, I just keep seeing all of this content about, this is why you need to create, this is how you can get more people on your side. This is how you can get more people to see your stuff. It's like, what does it matter? What does it matter if nobody sees what you have to say? What if no one ever knows you exist? It's still enough. You're still one with creation. You're still here. God is still in you. So, what if other people in their consciousness, they're just doing their own thing? It's not personal. They're not intentionally trying to withhold anything from you. And what you'll find, ironically, is when you let go of these things and you detach yourself from them, a lot of them will just find you. The right people will come into your life. The right things will come into your life. The right platforms will come into your life. Everything will just happen as it's supposed to happen when you stop reaching and grasping so hard for things that, some of you just aren't meant to be millionaires. And that's fine. That's fine. Why are you trying to, I got to be a real estate guy. I got to be in real estate. Do you like real estate? Do you know anything about real estate? Or are you just doing that to make money because you think it'll make you happy? Like, that's a fantasy. If you think that money is going to make you happy, I'm telling you that is a fantasy. Now, maybe you should have a good career. You should aspire to be good at good things. But if you're just looking to make money, if you're looking to just constantly, sell yourself and grow your career and do all this stuff, dude, there's nothing on the other side of it. Sam Walton, he's the founder of Walmart. And the guy was a multi-billionaire. His last words were, "I blew it." He was surrounded by his family, and he realized that he didn't know any of these people as well as he wished he would. And his last words were, "I blew it." Here's a guy who created the largest retail chain in the entire country and the largest economy in the world, in world history. Walmart, you could say, is the largest retail outlet in world history. And the owner and the founder of it, who was a multi-billionaire, in his dying words were, as he was surrounded by his friends and family that he didn't know very much about, he said, "I blew it." So what makes you think that if you get a decent little real estate portfolio that you're going to be the one to you're going to be the one that finds happiness in wealth? You're going to be the one to do it. No, you're not. It's just a facade. You've got to drop it. And I know it's hard to change your mind on these things. The reason people rejected the good news of Jesus is not because it was good. It was because it was news. People don't mind good news. People don't mind good things. They just don't mind. Let me restart that. The reason people rejected Jesus is not because he offered something good. It's because he offered good news. People didn't mind the good part of it. They minded the new part. You think that you're going to get all of this, like you're going to be the first person to crack the case. Wealth is going to be to bring you happiness. It's not brought anybody else happiness. It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to crack your case. You're going to be the one to do it. And when you tell people, hey, you've got to give up on these grandiose ideas of what you think will make you happy, they are so resistant to that because that is a new idea. It's giving up on an old pursuit. And people don't really want to hear something that's good news that, hey, that thing that you think you lack, you actually don't lack it at all. Joy, peace, happiness, it's already all in you. You actually don't lack that thing at all. People hear that and they're repulsed by it, not because it's good, but it's because it's new. They don't want anything new. You have to understand, your mind will resist new. You think that you're always chasing what's best for you. You're not. Your mind doesn't want what's best for you. Your mind wants what's familiar, even if it's anxiety, even if it's, constant pursuit, constant straining, constant striving and suffering. Your mind and your body will constantly want more of what you've given it in the past. So I can tell you, hey, all the things that you're pursuing actually aren't going to make you happy, but you will resist it if in your mind and in your subconscious, you are so stuck on what you already have. So we've got to stop with the crazy pursuit of trying to sell ourselves to one another, dude. Can we just be honest? Can we just get back to talking plainly? And maybe we can help one another. Who cares, dude? Who cares if 50,000 people see this or 5 people see it? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. What should matter is, are we helping one another? Are we supporting one another? That's what this place should be about. So that's what I'm going to be about, man. And I hope somebody out there understands what I'm saying. I really do. I feel like I'm going crazy. This video is too long because I'm over explaining myself, desperate to get this point across because I just feel like there's a gap in authenticity. And it's not like, oh, there's a gap, I got to exploit it. There's a gap. It's like there's a gap, dude. Like everyone... Can we all just stop running for a minute? I'm not racing you. Well, not enough people see this on the algorithm. Okay? I'm not running that race. I'm not running that. That's not my race. That shouldn't be anybody's race. Because if it is your race, then it's one that you can't win anyway, because the algorithm's eventually going to kick you out. You have 5 million followers getting like 20 views. It happens all the time. So what, you're just going to catch up to the algorithm and just keep running forever? And until what? You buy a nicer house, you pay off your mortgage, then what? You just wait to die? It's already here, dude. Joy is here. Peace is here. Happiness is here. We don't have, put down the for sale sign. You're not for sale. Your value is intrinsic. You do not have, there's nothing that anyone can assign you externally that will bring you the value that you're looking for or that you think that you need. You are already valuable enough. You just put it all down. Put it all down. This is banging on. If you're still listening, dude, you're cracked. If you're listening, please leave a comment and message me, because this is, I doubt anyone will ever get this far. Message me if you've gotten this far, because if you've gotten this far, that means that I've hit on something and I know I'm not crazy. So it's all love, man. It's all love.